Folks, it's me, Mohammed Yusuf. I know it has been a short while which I have made breakdowns on my trade. Actually, this period, it's somehow scarce or hard to get a high probability trade. Sometimes I come during the day or throughout the day, I don't even get even one setup. So I actually just sit it out and go and do other things. But yesterday, I actually took this trade on US30, and I'll give you guys a brief review of what actually happened. So as you can all see, I am on the weekly chart. I marked out my weekly I marked out my weekly volume imbalance. As you can all see, the weekly volume imbalance. Let me mark it out properly. You can see from here to here is a gap, which I call it the volume imbalance. So I then switch to my daily time frame. As you can all see, I also on the daily time frame, there's also what we call the fair value gap. From this candle, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, let me count it properly. Let me count it properly. From here, 1, 2, 3. As you can all see, there's a gap here in between, which is the fair value gap. Fair value gap. So let me erase this before I continue, so you guys can see what I'm explaining to you properly. So as you can see, price actually filled this fair value gap on Friday. That is last week. And for me, if price fills a daily time frame fair value gap like this, I expect at least for the next 3 days, that is 1, 2, and 3. For the next 3 days to be bullish, that is for a bullish fair value gap. And if it's a bearish fair value gap, I expect at least the same thing the next 3 days to be bearish. So in this scenario, I expect at least the next 3 days to be actually bullish. So which yesterday was Monday, 22nd June 2026. So I expect it to be bullish. That's why I focus on buys, on looking for buys. So when market open, let's switch to a smaller time frame so that you guys can see what I'm saying. Let me turn on the kill zone. When market open, as you can all see, price actually went directly to fill this red shaded area. That is the red shaded area is the weekly volume imbalance. So price went directly to fill the weekly volume imbalance and then sweep previous weekly low. As you can see, this is where price sweep previous weekly low, and this is when price fill the weekly volume imbalance. So as price fill the volume imbalance and swept previous weekly low, you can see during pre-Asian, then price started buying. You can see price started buying. Then Asian session now closed. This red shaded area, as you can see, this place. Then Asian session closed. As Asian session closed, you can all see that it left also a 1 hour fair value gap. 1 hour fair value gap, which also as it left the 1 hour fair value gap, you can check your 1 hour time frame. You will see that there's what we call the divergence. This is a lower low and higher low, which adds up to our confluence. The reason why we are going to look for buys. So as this happened, let me erase this. As this happened, you can see that price also fill this volume and this fair value gap that was created during Asian session and then bought, which during London session, you can see how I'm breaking down each and every session, what each and every session did. So you can see as price failed this 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour fair value gap, you can also see that during pre-London and London session, price swept this Asian high as it swept the Asian high. Because for me to look for an entry, I have to wait for liquidity sweep. So I had this liquidity sweep of Asian high. This is this high, Asian high. So as you could see on the 1 hour time frame, there was this. Let me zoom in properly. Let me zoom in properly. As you can see on the 1 hour time frame, there is this 1 hour low, 1 hour low here. You can see it, which price came to sweep. Is my marker. Price came to sweep. As you can see, a bullish candle closed above it. So you'll be asking me, I know that you guys will be asking me this question. Why did I buy from here? The reason I waited for this liquidity sweep is we had this double fair value gap, and a double fair value gap to me is not invalid unless I wait for the last one to get filled. But since we saw that price actually close above, I don't know if you guys get me, but let me repeat myself again. The reason why I didn't take this fair value gap here, this 1 hour fair value gap serious, because it's a double fair value gap. It's not one. It was one fair value gap here. I'll actually wait for a fill of the fair value gap and then I'll make my entry around, let's say, this level, then buy. So I waited for price to actually just sweep this 1 hour low. As you all know, we have already had a liquidity sweep before entry. So as I waited for price to sweep this 1 hour low, I actually saw that price on the 1 hour time frame already closed with a bullish candle above the 1 hour low and close above Asian high as support. And if you check on the 30-minute time frame or 30-minute chart, you could see that there's what we call a money star candle too. A money star candle. Let me erase this so that you guys can see what I'm saying properly. A money star candle too that closed above the 1 hour low, which you can see this bullish candle was my entry to buy. So I targeted for something like a 3.8 risk to reward. And it actually played out. You can see it even gave more than expected, but I respect my risk to reward model. So this is actually what happened. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Goodbye.